Morning, my fellow chiropractic warriors out there. You guys ready to hit it today? One of my favorite days always is Monday. I love coming in the morning. I'm refreshed over a weekend. I've gotten a lot done. My brain, I've gotten to collect some things. I've always read a few things or watched a few things to really get me focused, ready to kick some butt in practice and bring what we do as chiropractors to the people we serve. It's always great. So today I want to share a story with you. So think about this. You are, and maybe this isn't you directly, right? Or maybe it is, right? So you're not doing what you want to do in numbers wise in practice, right? So we look at the numbers and we go, oh my God, like we need to do something. We need to run some advertising on Facebook, or we need to do something on Google, or wow, I haven't been doing anything in a while, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do some screenings, or I'm going to do some talks, or now we got to do things more virtual. So I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. We become very reactive in an effort to grow the office, right? And you see that with a lot of people. We start that reactivity of starting to manage or mitigate our numbers. Some of us see a certain volume. We identify to a certain level of numbers and impact. So maybe you see 100 a week, maybe see 100 a day, right? Or maybe see 200-300 a day. And you're like, wow, this is who I am. And I identify that. And then if I go beyond that one way or the other, wow, that's not who I am. So I'm going to start reacting to that number, to that reaction. One of the things I found when we look at where success is, I find that chiropractors, at least those that follow the philosophy of chiropractic, we always talk about innate. We talk about it comes from within. There's a transmutation, as Stevenson talked about, right? Where something non-local gets transferred into the material in the brain, right? So we can get into that deep thought of where all that comes from. And I think it's great. I mean, there's obviously some really phenomenal, deep thinking thoughts and questions to understand where the body, where vitality, where life comes from, what animates our matter, right? What allows me to open and close my hand, where our thoughts come from, how does that get transferred from something that isn't material into material? And that's what Stevenson talked about, the transmutation. So those are great questions. And we talk about innate always being 100%, and that the body's always trying to do the right thing, and all that comes from within, right? That healing comes from within. I got it on my walls. Healing comes from within, right? And we talk about how we help people and how we reconnect people from that force, that vital force, that loving, vital energy force that's inside their body, the imprisoned mental impulse, as Stevenson and BJ talked about, right? So you got these imprisoned impulses inside the nervous system. We got all that stuff, right? All of that, and it all comes from within, and your adjustment minimizes that interference. We talk about that, and that's great. I find it interesting, though, that we as chiropractors follow the philosophy of chiropractic in how the body works and how we heal. But we don't follow that when we run our practices. We are very incongruent on how we run our offices versus how we practice chiropractic. So as an office, we become reactive. In other words, I would schedule you out at least a year in care in my office. Hey, you're going to be weekly for a year. You're going to be 3 times, 2 times, 1 time for a while. You're going to be every other week for a year or two, right? Like, I'm going to schedule you out. But when it comes to marketing, when it comes to success strategies, when it comes to education, when it comes to leading your office, we don't do that. We actually run our office allopathically, very reactive, symptom-based, right? But we don't practice chiropractic that way. And they're never really lined up. So when we talk about success and growth, we want to understand this, that success and growth in your practice, the success and growth in you, always comes from within. If you want, and I say if you want, I mean, we all want to do better. I would hope that you would, that it's natural in an expanding universe. It's natural to expand. It's okay to want more. It's okay to grow beyond your existing self. It's okay to say, hey, I want to have a bigger impact. I want to serve more people. I want to be more successful, right? I mean, somebody who starts off at a mayor rarely says, I only want to be a mayor. That he or she ends up becoming a governor, right? And then maybe a president, right? So it's natural progression to grow beyond yourself, because as you grow, you certainly want to serve and do more. But understand that decision is within you. It's a decision that you make and what you're willing to tolerate. That decision comes from within. We too often look outside ourselves. And we're always looking outside. It's the insurance, it's the area. Well, I got a bad group of new people. We're always looking outside ourselves as the blame. We're always looking outside ourselves as the reason that we are where we are. Or maybe not all of it and not always. But too often we look outside ourselves and we point the finger to blame that it's those outside circumstances that are now imprisoning me or imposing my challenges as we are right now. But the reality is it's always inside of you. The decision to be more successful is inside of you. You already know what you need to do. It's just a matter of deciding to do it, right? In other words, you know you should get up a little earlier. You know you should be reading some green books. You know you should be reading some science, right? I'm not here to be your dad, right? I'm just saying, are we doing that? Are you doing it? Or are you like, oh, you know what? I don't have those habits and rituals dialed in. So what happens is I kind of go along, things get pretty good, right? And then we start having a little bit more relaxed, we get a little bit more out of the sync, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, things aren't doing as well. I got to react to jump in. Oh, I'm all stressed out. I got to get this, and this going. And then things get a little bit better. So we're living our life like this all the time. Whereas if you pick some rituals and you actually pick some habits, and those habits will support and sustain you on a regular basis, you know, and that comes from within. That comes from you deciding today that that's what you're going to do. Then you don't live your life that way. It's not the way we're meant to live. It's not the way you're meant to run your office. It's really tough to be successful in your practice when you're constantly putting down fires, right? There's a great line in biology, and it says that a cell can't be in defense and growth at the same time. So it's difficult for you to defend, it's difficult for you to put out fires, it's difficult for you to go through challenges on a regular basis, right? While at the same time you're trying to grow. Because that energy that you're using to put out the fires would be the same energy you would be using to grow, but you don't have it. You don't have the reserves because you're constantly dealing with challenges and problems inside your practice. And no practice is perfect and nobody's perfect. But the goal here is to make yourself better than yesterday. It's definitely comes from within you. Innate is already within you. So when you look at growing your practice, the first place to start, that doesn't mean we don't need to do things outside ever. The first place to start is with you. What are you doing to make yourself bigger? What are you doing to make yourself better? What are you doing to make yourself more lean on the principle and understanding the adjustment? Like when have you studied or challenged yourself to be a better adjuster? When is the last time you opened up a green book? When is the last time you read some metaphysics? When's the last time you read some science? And how consistently do you do it, right? I mean, if I went to the gym like when I felt like it, you know, which would be never, right? But if I decide, hey, listen, this is my habit in order to stay in shape, now I'm going to go whether I feel like it or whether I don't feel like it, right? And the end result, we all know, the end result of that is monumental. So imagine if you got up every day, whether you felt like it or not, and you said, hey, I'm going to read one page of BJ. I'm going to read one scientific article. I'm going to practice a few of my roles and scripts. I'm going to train a little bit of my staff. 10, 15 minutes a day. You don't have to do hour-long meetings, right? All of a sudden, you're doing these little steps, these little things, as simple as brushing your teeth, in the end result, the culmination of what almost seems insignificant becomes monumental in your level of success and practice. There's no doubt about it. It's massive. And it all comes from within. Growth comes from within. You look at your numbers, you don't like them. You look at your income, you don't like them. Best place to start is here. I need to make me better. I need to learn more about money. I need to learn more about practice. I need to adopt a principle more. I need to work on my table talk more. I need to work on checkups more. I need to talk about missed adjustments more. I need to do 3-2-1 undones better. I need to do everything better to make me better so that I can actually serve more people, and my level of impact and my level of success and my level of wealth will grow, not even directly and equally. You'll actually grow beyond it because you'll actually be giving more service than you're getting paid for. That's Emerson. If you ever read Emerson, if you ever read Napoleon Hill, that's what they talk about. Like, if you give more, if you do more than you're paid for, boy, you'll always be successful. You'll always, that doesn't mean be walked on, but when I adjust you, that adjustment is the culmination of 30 years. I already read Green today. I already read my science today. I already watched a couple of videos today. I am ready to serve. I come in prepared. I show up like a football player, right? I'm not showing up, putting my jersey on, running out on the field. I'm there a couple hours early. I'm prepping my mind. I'm prepping my body. I'm prepping the office. I'm prepared. That's giving more than you're paid for. That's putting in more. That's paying, if you will, that level of service that goes beyond anything they'd see. But that's the intangible. That's the metaphysical aspect of the law of returns. Giving more than you're being paid for. And that will always come back to you far more than what you feel in that moment of exchange. Listen, guys, I'm Coach Borio. I run Chiropassion Consulting. I started it 10 years ago. And real quickly, I want to tell you why I started it. Because I have been blessed to have some of the greatest coaches and mentors and teachers in my life, and many of them the greatest within our profession. My biggest mentor is my dad. My dad is one of the best people you'd ever meet in your life, an intelligent man, somebody who's a great coach and mentor to me. And he ran a restaurant. He's an Italian immigrant. He ran a restaurant, right? My mom, one of the most wonderful, sweet people you'd ever meet in your life. I then got the opportunity to meet Reggie Gold and work with Reggie Gold for years. I got to work with Sid Williams. I got to work with Jim Sigafus for years on a phone call and got to sit with Jim Sigafus, almost not even realizing how phenomenal those moments are. I still have many of those cassettes that I got from Jim Sigafus from our phone calls, right? And I got to put those out someday, right? I've got to work with so many other wonderful people like Fred Barge. I got to work with so many people in our profession. And I realized that I've been so blessed. And one of the things I wanted to do is my biggest mentor in chiropractic is Reggie Gold. I wanted to follow in what Reggie taught me. And Reggie said, hey, listen, when you get to a point of success, you need to pay back. You need to give back. You need to serve your time to give back to chiropractic. So that's why I started Chiropassion Consulting. I look at us as a profession, and one of the keys to our future growth and future success as chiropractors is our success. You know, we want to bring people to chiropractic. How are you going to do that? You got to have a beautiful office. You got to love what you do and be happy. You have to be financially successful. You have to make a difference and impact to serve people. And if you can do that at a higher level, more people are going to go, wow, I want to do what you're doing. I want to be a chiropractor, right? And that's going to grow us. And if you serve people under a principle that getting adjusted is good for you for the rest of your life, and enough of this 90-day, 3-month bullshit where people are saying, I'm going to give you a treatment plan for 90 days. We've got too many coaches and too many programs that are selling us short. They're selling chiropractic short. They're creating a program within the profession itself that will destroy what we do as chiropractors. You know, no dentist is going to say, take care of your teeth for 90 days and call it a day. No gym membership is going to go, hey, work out for 90 days and you're done. And when you get fat and out of shape again, give me a call back, right? No nutritionist is going to go, wow, let's get your diabetes, let's get your weight under control for 90 days. Great. You know what? Go out and go back to doing what you're doing. And when you get sick of disease, give me a call back. So why are we doing that in our profession? We shouldn't be. That needs to end today. And that's not what we coach. That's not what we teach. So I think the future of our profession is going to be brought forth by people like our group that's going to teach you how to educate people for chiropractic care for a lifetime. Because ideally, that's the benefit, right? Getting adjusted is good for you always for a lifetime. And it's a requirement and a necessity for a lifetime as well. So listen, if what I say, if these videos resonate with you, like them, share them. You got to like them and you got to share them. Don't make these secrets, right? Like them and share them. Put them in a group. Put them to your friend. Private message somebody, text somebody what we're doing here, right? If that resonates with you. If you want to get more of Borio in your life, listen, hit the link above. You get a free coaching call with me, 30 minutes. It brings you right to my Acuity link. I do coaching calls on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Get on a coaching call with me. Let's talk about what's going on. Let's say what's going on that's good, what's not going good. Tell me a little bit about your story. Let's see if we can't connect and see if this group is the right place for you to hang your hat. My attitude is if the videos resonate with you, boy, it'd be a great place to hang your hat. We got another event coming up. It's going to be in Oklahoma City. It's going to be November 6th and 7th. November 6th and 7th. Check it out. It's $199 for you and your staff. We got CE credits that'll be there. It is going to be awesome. It's probably going to be one of our biggest events, and we're going to hit it hard. We're going to hit SPIZ. We're going to hit philosophy. We're going to hit certainty. We're going to hit clarity. We're going to talk about how to run your office better. We're going to drop nugget after nugget after nugget, and it's not a sales pitch on how to join Chiropassion. It's really about giving you everything you need to serve better. If you resonate with our group and you want more of it, then join the program. If not, you're still going to have a great time in Oklahoma hanging out with us, and you'll make a permanent friend and a group of colleagues with us. There's no doubt about it. As I tell all my docs, my relationship with you as a friend and as a colleague certainly is first and exceeds any relationship in business. So check us out. You can join the program. We had a few docs join our program a couple of weeks ago, and you could just click on the link, chiropassionconsulting.com. We've got a Mastery Gold program. It's $349 a month. There's not even a contract with it. We also have a year program and a 3-year program with the Elite program. So that's a bigger program. So depending on where you're at financially, where you're at with your commitment and time, any of those programs will work out for you. Or you can just reach out and talk to me directly, guys. Just message me on Facebook, and I'd love the opportunity to talk to you guys. In the end, have a great week serving. Have a great day, I should say, because I'm going to talk to you guys later this week. Have a great day serving. Serve with passion. Most importantly, serve with Chiropassion. Love and appreciate you guys. Talk to you later this week.